single document reversal, and FB08 for document reversal, and FB08 for situations where you want to reverse more than one, and FB08 for situations where you want to reverse more than one document, and FB08 for situations where you want to reverse more than one document. All right. Clear, students? Subsidiary ledgers are nothing but your individual. Okay, let me get into it later. Subledgers are nothing but your individual customers and your vendors. Okay. Can we edit the park document? Yes. Yes, you can edit park documents. You can edit the GL accounts also. I will show you this when we talk about AR and AP, accounts receivables and accounts payables. Okay, where you see the reconciliation account. I will show you that. Was this question clear? Was this answer clear? Can we edit the park documents? Yes. Can I change the GL account? Yes, you can change the GL account. You can add general ledger accounts. You can change the document date and the posting date. You can also change the amounts. Shivhari, is it okay? I hope I have answered all your questions. Kunal, shall we take a small break for 10 minutes and then reassemble?
Sure, sir. Sure, sir.
12. Students, we are taking a small break for 10 minutes. So let's reassemble by 12. Okay. Okay, we'll start. Where are reconciliation? I said I will tell you a little later. Okay, when I take up the relevant topic, I'll show. Okay. Okay, now, so I think we have taken up all the questions, right? So did you understand? Now somebody asked me what is the difference between the post document and the park document. So once again, I will show you practically, but when somebody asks you a question as to what is the difference between a posted document and a park document in SAP, you should be in a position to say that the posted document is the final document which impacts the financial position. Whereas your parking process, it does not affect the financial book because the entry does not affect your financials. It does not affect your general ledger accounts at all. It is a temporary document. All right. Same thing holds good for. There is another temporary document, hold document. Same explanation. Hold document is also a temporary document which does not affect the financial books. And so now, what are these two options? Now, if you talk about the, let me go back to SAP and I will log off and log in again. Now, if I go to the document, I need to re-log in. Just give me a moment. Just a moment. Let me log in. So where do you see this hold option? I'm going back to the same document entry. So now I have a shared the screen. Okay, let me stop and then reshare. I hope everybody is able to see my easy access screen, which I have shared. Okay, assuming that all of you are able to see my easy access screen, I'll go back to the same activity as that of your document entry. Can you also see something called as hold? You have seen post, you saw park, now you're seeing hold. Now let us try to hold a document. Okay. ₹501. Now the document is ready to get posted or parked. Now I'll take you through the process of hold. Now what is this hold? See, both the balances are matching. The document is perfect. All right. See, What is it asking the user? It is asking for a temporary document number, which the user has to provide. This is the difference. This whole document also does not affect your financial books. This also is temporary. But the difference between your part and your whole document is, in your part process, SAP generated the document number 1000144. But in this case, SAP expects the user to give the document name. Okay, just like your Excel sheet, just like your Word document, whatever. Now why this arrangement? Now suppose I'm entering a document. I have a, let us say, a 400 line entry. Okay. Yeah, yes, you heard it right. 400, 500 lines of a single invoice or whatever it is. Now suppose you have entered all the debit side of the invoice. Now, let us say you are being called for a very important meeting. Now you don't want to leave this work unsaved. So you want to save this temporarily. Mark my words, this has only the debit items. So can you post a document? SAP will never accept that until and unless the balances are matched. It will not allow you to post. Or even in case when the debits and the credits are matching, you want to hold a document for some reason. So you can save the document with, say, ABCD, some name ABCD. You can save this and come back later and open this, and you can go ahead finishing the document, finishing the entry. Don't have to understand so much of details. All you need to know is both your part and your hold document. They are temporary documents. Number two, both the documents do not affect the financials, your part document and your hold document. In case of part, SAP generates the document number, but in case of hold, SAP asks the user to enter the document name. Did you understand? Clear? So essentially, any SAP document can exist in three different stages: your post, part, hold. In case of hold, SAP asks for the document name to save. In case of part, SAP generates the document number. Understandable? Clear? So these are the three stages in which a document can exist in SAP. Now, I'll just ask you now why did SAP generate the document number with 1000, 144, 141, 142, 143? Why did it generate only with those numbers? I will take you back to the settings. What was the document type? SA. In all the cases, the document type was SA. So yesterday did we see the document types where they are available? No problem. Now I'm taking you to the consultant screen. So where am I taking you? I am taking you to the document types. Yesterday, I think we saw the document types. Yes. DA, DR, DZ, I think we saw. But anyway, no problem in repeating it again. Document types, define document types. We saw this screen, right? Now, if I take up SA GL account document, this was a document type which was getting generated, right? Double click. it is assigned to a number range 0, 1. Now let us go to the story of what is the 0, 1 a little later. Can you see this account types ADKMS? So this means that this document type can accept any kind of these transactions relating to assets, relating to customer, vendor, material. Okay. Now, if you go back to, let us say, EAA, but also can accept anything. Now, if you talk about this also is allowed. So I can restrict what kind of transactions can a document type can accept. Okay, let's leave it like that. Now, what is the 0, 1 we saw? Document number. Why I am not spending more time on the screen is because this is not relating to you. But all I wanted to show is why these specific numbers are only picked up. Define document number range. So in my company code GM01, 01, valid till the year 9999. It starts from this number to this number. Now can you see the number range status? As of now, it has stopped at 144, which I have generated. Clear? External. What is this external? So the SAP system is picking up the number range from this. Clear? Did you understand? So your document type is linked to a document number range from where SAP is numbering the documents. Clear? There is a specific logic also followed here. Understood? Now, you saw something interesting out here, external. So basically you have two methodologies for having the number range. One is having an external number range. The one, as you can see here, which is checked, the 03 is checked. It is an internal number range. It is an external number range because this box is checked. All the other unchecked boxes are internal number range. The one which is checked, the one which has a tick mark against the external box, it is the external number range. Now, you saw in the park document, when I was parking, SAP generated the document number. Okay. But what happened in hold? It happened, or it so happened that SAP at the time of holding the document or saving the document, it prompted the user to give the name. All right. This is exactly what is your, I'm just giving you an example. So in cases of your internal number range, SAP picks up the numbers on its own. You don't have to interfere. But in case of your external number range, the SAP system prompts the user to give the number. So in 99 of the 100 cases, we have the number ranges managed internally. We do not want to interfere because can you afford me to remember such a big number? Absolutely no. You can't afford. Today you may remember, tomorrow you may remember, but 1 week later, when you have so many documents flowing in, you can't afford to remember the document number. So we always have the number range as internal only. We do not have, rarely we use the concept of, but we do use. That is why SAP has provided you with an option of external number range also. But I will tell you when you will be using it at a later point in time. Clear? Let me make a note of it. Now, so how does SAP start numbering? Internal number range. Internal number range, SAP generates the document number, user domains. So you have two ways of having these numbers. One is the internal, the other one is external. Clear? Understood? Let me pause here for a minute or two. Take up your questions if you have any. Are things slowly being understood? Is the subject getting more and more interesting, guys? Lot many things to learn, right? Lot many more things, lot many more interesting things to learn, right? If you have any questions, please post them. I'll wait for 1 or 2 more minutes. Yes, a whole document can be retrieved and can be posted later. Yes, but normally more than the whole, we use the path. More than the hold, we don't normally give the hold thing to our end users. We normally give the option to park. I'll repeat, not a problem. Yeah, very good. Good, good. Okay. So now that we know about the documents, so we also know, see how many concepts are there in your document concept itself, right? How many things to be learned? You agree with me? Okay. So if somebody asks you, so these are the answers in a very, very simple way. Keep things as simple as possible whenever you're answering. Because once you start answering or giving the interviewer more details, he will start digging in. He will start complicating things. He will start asking you more and more questions. So that is why keep the answers as simple as possible, right? Answer to the point. That's it. Whenever somebody asks you a question, especially in SAP, keep things very, very crisp. Do not try to give over information. You will be tempted to expose the knowledge, expose your knowledge, but do not try to do it. Okay, just try to keep things as simple as possible and try to know the concepts. I hope I was clear. Yeah. So what else was there? I wanted to show you the process of parking and the process of reversal also, correct? Okay. Probably let us take it up maybe just after lunch. Okay. We'll spend some time on the park and the reversal process. All right. Hold on. How to remember? Now, if you save your Excel file, how do you remember the name? I hope this question answers your question. It is as good as giving a name to your Word file, your PPT, your PDF, your Excel, whatever. How to remember? Make a note of it somewhere. Just like you make a note of your password and things like that. Just make a note how you have saved that file. That's it. Same process as that of your other files. Right? Yeah, that's very important. Having a very clear naming convention is very important. So whatever you say, you should actually be logical to give a precise name for it. Suppose I'm building up some file. Okay, I'm building up an Excel sheet for your to train you. Yeah, so I would give it some sensible name, like say CMA, SAP, whatever. Same thing applies to your whole document also. Yeah. Absolutely, yes. Any pop-up or an indicator for that is we can take a report of the park documents. You can give them a huge, you can give them a list. How do you do that? Your question was how to get a list of the park documents. I will show. Currently, I do not have any park documents, but let me show that. Where do you retrieve that park documents? Same thing like that of your documents. Now, where would you retrieve your normal documents? Accounting, financial accounting, general ledger, document. If we 03. I don't know the document. Can you see display noted items also? Oh. Let me come back. You can go to the park document, park document, display. So here you can get a list of your park documents, only the park documents. Okay. So now I currently do not have any park documents. Now the report will be nil, but anyway, let me extract. Okay, I don't know the document number. All right. So I can give any document type entered by anybody. Okay. This is the typical report which the supervisor of any department will take a log of your park documents. Now it's entered by me. I can enter any number of users under who report to me. Now I can execute. See, no corresponding items exist because I have not parked anything. Even if I remove this, because nobody has ever parked the document till now. Okay, so what I'll do is when I take you through the process of parking again, I will come back to this report and then show it. Will that be okay? So FBV3 is a report for you to extract the park documents. You can make a note of it, or but more than making note of the transaction codes, I would always suggest that you go through the entire menu. It's a wonderful learning, believe me. It's a huge learning if you just open and close the screens. Yes, you heard it right. You can have so many options. All right. So did I answer your question? Now, one more interesting thing. We saw one very important concept of how the SAP data can be downloaded onto your Excel or maybe any other format. Now suppose I'm working in the accounts receivable department. Okay. Now my job is to enter the sales invoices and receive money from my customers. So what should I have to do now? I will have to go open the easy access, go to accounting, go to financial accounting, go to accounts receivable, go to document entry, and pick up this. Now, in SAP, you can avoid doing all this, but not now. Okay. You have a concept called as favorites, meaning now what did I say my task was? I can enter the customer invoice, sales invoice, and I am also responsible for receiving the payments, incoming payments. Now I'm allowed to carry out only these two transactions in my organization. So you want me to open and close the screen every time like this? Go to accounting, go to financial accounting, go to whatever. So what I can do is SAP has provided me with a concept called as favorites. Can you see above SAP menu? There is something called as favorites where I'm moving the cursor. Now I want to customize my screen, customize my working screen only to these two transactions. Because I'm allowed to do only these two operations in my organization, nothing else. Clear? What would I want to do? I would pick up this transaction code, keep looking, user menu, SAP menu, business workplace, add to favorites. So I have highlighted the transaction for which I am authorized in my organization. Are you seeing the screen? Now I will add this to my main screen. Now I want to also add the receipt. F-28 incoming payment. I select that from the menu and add. Now can you see I have customized my working menu, working screen. So I can find this transaction codes in my favorites. Can you see both the transactions now going and sitting in my favorites? This is one of the other very interesting thing, which is highly appreciated by the user because he doesn't want to go to accounting. See, he doesn't want to do this every time. Financial accounting, go to accounts receivable, go to document entry. He doesn't want to do this every time. OK, so what the consultant does is he creates this, he customizes the screen for a specific user, and he can be happy avoiding the navigation. Was this concept helpful? Favorites. Now you see we are slowly visiting the other areas of the menu of the SAP menu. Easy access. add to favorites, delete from favorites. Correct? So was this helpful for you people? So why I am dealing with these topics is probably if I happen to just invoice and both are the same. Both are the same. Absolutely no difference. The only thing is the presentation is different. What is presented in invoice, but it is only the way the screen looks. Otherwise, the options and the fields what you get in both the options are the same. Clear? Have you understood? Absolutely no difference. No difference at all. It's only the way you carry out the functionality. That's the only difference. Now, let me take you through it. Now, let me go to my general ledger accounting. Okay, I'll go to invoice only, accounts receivable. Invoice and invoice general, double click. It will take me to this. This is the document header. It is asking you for the customer. It is asking you for the invoice date, posting date. Come down, scroll down. It is asking you for the GL accounts. Clear? Can you see the fields? Tax jurisdiction code, assignment, value date, text, trading partner, business area, cost center, order, sales order, profit center, plant, profit center. Can you see all this? This is your invoice. Now, what is invoice general? It is the same thing. You enter the document date and the posting date. DR is a document type, your company code. Scroll down. Your line items start now. Okay, let me just give some data. Do I have any customers? Yeah, I must be here. What is 01? Just go to the F4, drop down. So what should be the entry here? Customer debit to sales. So what is 01? Can you see? Customer debit. Clear? So here I need to enter the customer. Don't bother about this. Don't worry about this. Now can you see the same fields out here? Assignment, text. Now if you enter any other GL account, let me just show you. The profit center, see, tax code. It's almost the same fields what you, it's not almost, it is the same fields what you see. Let me say 100 rupees. So what should be the credit? Sales. Sorry. Crediting the sale account. Now can you see the profit segment, sale order, profit center, cost center? Can you see all this? This is the difference between your invoice and your invoice general. Your invoice has the data spread across horizontally. This has another kind of an array. It is shown one below the other. It is the same field, same data. Was this question answered? Difference between invoice and invoice general? And this task I'll complete when I take you to the ER and AP. Correct. When we see, can we see all the client? Yes, you can. You can. I'll show you. Now, where do you see all the? Now, how do you get the list of? Of course, please do not venture out into this because I'm getting into the table level information. Because somebody asked me how to extract the list of the transaction codes. Let me tell you that. I'm not going to explain this, but I'm going to tell you how we extract the list of the transaction codes. I'm not talking to you about any transaction code. Okay. Can you see the list of the transaction codes on your left? This is where you can get the list of the transaction codes. Don't ask me more about this, all right? But this is the place where you can get the whole list of the transaction. If at all you want to restrict yourself to the kind of the transaction codes, only the finance related transaction codes you can get. Can you see this? Clear? If at all you want to see the list of the customized transaction codes, I don't see any customized transaction codes here. So that's why the list will be 0. But as I said, every customization would be prefixed with a Z. Z. See, it says nothing. The background, I mean, it says there is nothing. There is no transaction. Z test 1, 2, 3, 4. So somebody has customized. That's okay. Did I answer your question? Please do not ask me more details about this. Clear? As long as I've answered your question. You cannot do anything to a document after you have posted it. Nothing, absolutely nothing can be done to a posted document. You cannot edit any information. You cannot edit a posted document. Please be very, very clear on that. Let me make that point bold and clear. Document cannot be edited, deleted after posting. Did I answer your question? All the questions are answered. Cross company. This is a different concept when you enable or disable transactions between two company codes. Okay. But since you have asked me only CC company code, this is your cross company code. All right. CC stands for cross company. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Good that I'm being helpful to all of you. Thank you so much. So shall we break for lunch and come back after 1 hour by 2 p.m.?
Perfect, sir.
Yeah.
Sir.
Yeah.
I was replying on one question, but I'm not confirmed that CC means company code or not.
No, it is cross company. Cross company.
Okay, cross company.
Yeah.
Okay.
Full form of ECC is Enterprise Central Component. Enterprise Central Component. Okay. Yeah. So Kunal will close the session now and come back by 2 p.m.
Sure, sir.
Thank you, students. See you after 1 hour.